Warning! We are about to spoil the movie Chungking Express. If you haven't seen the film, plan on watching it, leave now and come back later. But if you have seen it, or you just don't care, then please, stick around.
So, as somebody who's seen this movie before, what is the biggest takeaway that you have from this movie?
All the leaves are brown.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. So, we are back in person today with that beautiful quality.
We're not doing the video thing again because it's annoying to edit.
I liked it.
I just liked it because for some reason, editing a full 720p video takes less time to render than a still fucking image.
Isn't that some shit? Like, I don't get it, really. But... yeah, and we'll only do that for movie month. That's it.
Yeah, or if we
ever do another fuck no list or like recap or something.
Or if we find time like during the summer, like if we know, hey, this is the 200th episode, we'll do it then, maybe. No promises.
Yep.
Anyway, we're talking about movies.
That we are. We kind of got
movie.
sidetracked. We're talking about a specific movie like we usually do on this podcast.
Called Cinema Roulette.
Yep. So this is the first one from the director's wheel.
Well, getting back to it. We've done it multiple times and covered a bunch of Kurosawa movies, which should be done because we only have 4 of every director, right, Cameron? Right? Right? We didn't cheat and put 8 on there. Right, Cameron?
We're not here to talk about Kurosawa.
We're here to talk about Wong Kar-Wai and his film Chungking Express.
Isn't enough silence?
Yeah, that's
okay,
I was just waiting until you broke it.
So we've addressed the silence, so that segment is over with. Now it's time to get into this movie. This is a rewatch for Justin. It was my first time ever seeing it.
I've seen it twice before.
Yes. So
because college.
Yeah. That's why I said a rewatch, and specifically not the second time.
It's the third for those who can count, unlike Cameron.
That you're also correct on that. Excuse me. Sorry.
Motherfucker. Oh, we have this fucking energy today.
Yep, it's time. We're starting out with that chaotic energy.
It's because it's our first recording. Back in person.
Yes.
Since movie month, actually.
Yeah, it has been since movie month.
No, we record stuff after movie month because you were at my house first, then I came over there.
That's it. Yep.
Anyway, this movie. I don't have much banter at the moment. So I guess I'll get into the summary. You smelly bitch. I'm trying to think. Should I do this quickly or slowly? Because it can be pretty quick.
You can probably do it because there is a lot to talk about with this movie. So,
Jarek says every time we say that, we have a very short episode.
Is that so?
Yeah, he's mentioned that to me. He's like, every time you guys go, we have a lot to say about this. It's like a 30-minute episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take his word for it. I don't know how we do that, so it's kind of a subconscious thing, I guess.
We do it by recording the episode and not saying much.
All the leaves are brown.
And the sky is gray.
We're gonna have a lot of that today, aren't we?
California Dreamin'?
Yeah.
It only played 8 times. Anyway, so Chungking Express is actually 2 separate stories for those who haven't seen the movie and decide to keep watching this episode. I still highly recommend you go watch the movie, but besides the point.
Yes. And I mean, I get if you can't find a copy immediately because the regular Blu-rays are out of print and this is only available in the Wong Kar-Wai box set.
It is on the Criterion streaming service.
It is on screen streaming service. Is it on HBO or not? Just Criterion?
Just Criterion.
So, yeah, if you want a cheaper alternative, just subscribe to Criterion.
Yeah, I got the Criterion streaming service for like a month. I think it's $10.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of good...
I think there's actually a free...
Oh, yeah, there's a free week or something. So yeah, you can watch it there, too. Anyway, this is basically 2 short films. I guess technically our first anthology.
Is it an anthology, technically?
Technically speaking.
I guess. Like the two characters in the first half are completely different from the second half. Yeah.
Yeah.
They never come back, do they? You just see them in the.
You can see them sometimes in the background, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay. I thought they were. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
So technically, our first anthology, I think.
I think so too. Actually.
I don't recall any others, and someone's going to yell at us and say we're wrong.
Probably, but
I'm kidding. People have to care.
Yeah, we apologize. I mean, we've done over 100 episodes at this point, for fuck's sake. Like
over 150.
Over 150 at this point. So forgive us if we've forgotten. We've already done the thing where it's like, oh, we should review that movie. Oh wait, we already did.
I did. I was on Twitter. I was like, I was thinking about promoting John Dies at the End because I think it was back on Netflix.
Yeah.
Or it was on Amazon Prime. I was like, man, we should do an episode on that. We did. It was like episode 40-something.
Yeah, it was really early on.
Or it was 39.
Yeah.
But anyway, this movie that we're supposed to be talking about. So the first story involves Cop 223. He just went through a breakup. It was on April 1st with a girl named May. And he thought originally it was a joke. Not quickly, but realizes by the end of the month it's probably not a joke, especially since no one will talk to him.
He's taking it
he's taking it fine. He's not desperate at all.
No, not desperate. No, he's not just gonna say, oh yep, I'm gonna fall in love with the next person who walks through that door. Nah, saying all these soliloquies about how he can't cry anymore because jogging just makes you sweat, so you have no more water for tears.
Hell yeah.
So edgy.
This is the most edgy shit we've
It's not far from it. It's just I still found that funny that he said that multiple times.
Because we need repetition. But he's going about trying to deal with this breakup mainly by eating pineapples that will expire May 1st. Because it's his birthday, it's May's name, and pineapple is her favorite food.
Yep. They had kind of a thing going, and now that they've broken up, it's, yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, there's a drug smuggler who's in a blonde wig, wearing sunglasses and a big raincoat. And she was smuggling drugs, but the people who were helping her smuggle ran off with the drugs. So that's a bit of an issue that honestly is not talked about much.
It's not really. Like, that kind of takes a back seat, the whole drug trade thing.
Yeah, she has a shootout, which is shot weird. We'll get back to that. And eventually, the Cop 223 runs into her in a bar and, like, basically trying to hit on her. They both drink, and go back to a hotel wasted. He is up the entire night eating, even though he ate 30 cans of pineapples and drank enough to be shit-faced.
Well, he ate the pineapples, drank a bunch, threw up what he ate, drank some more, and then started eating more.
He drank until the closing of the bar, and then ate until dawn.
No wonder your stomach's fucked. Like, Jesus.
But they have a wonderful night. The drug trade lady wishes him a happy birthday. He remembers that as a good thing and is ready to get back out there finally and move on past his breakup. I couldn't think of the fucking word.
It's okay.
And the drug trade lady shoots the person who is most likely going to come after her. And that's the end of that story.
Yeah, that's just how it ends. She kills him and then that's it.
Then and this entire time he's been going to, I think it's called Midnight Express, which is a little side food shop that sells seemingly everything.
Like, literally everything, like from pizza to
salad, fried chicken, coffee. Hot dogs.
Like,
and they need oranges, apparently,
yeah.
So maybe smoothies or juice.
It's just literally everything in this little shop.
Also, I wonder if they have Coke.
Gee, I wonder!
Question.
Yeah?
Do you think that was an intentional joke in a way?
Because the drug trade? Probably.
The drug trade, they were clearly shipping Coke. And then for the second story, you see constant Coke advertisement.
Because I was wondering about the whole copyright thing, just on a brief side note, because they show Garfield and who were the other two characters that were hanging out?
Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street.
You can also see a Mickey Mouse in the second cop's apartment.
Yeah, and I was wondering, I was like, did they get the rights for it? And apparently copyright law works different then. But for the Coke one, I thought that was that too, but then you just see it everywhere. Yeah, and like every shot, there's a Coke machine. They're standing next to it, smiling while there's this bright Coke thing lit up. I'm like, Like when they have a drink, they clearly see the Coke as they pass it to them or whatever. It's
the second cop in the story gets black coffee from there every day, but it's still in a Coke cup.
It's very clearly like they had a hand in this. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, in case you're wondering about on copyright law, you can have stuff like a stuffed Mickey Mouse in your movie perfectly fine. You just can't say Mickey Mouse as a character exists in that movie.
It's fine if it's there, just in the background, but you can't drop it by name or anything, or else you have to pay royalties.
Oh, so they can still technically sue you for that? It's really weird. Copyright law is bullshit.
It is.
But anyway, we have Cop 663, who constantly keeps shopping at the Midnight Express. Also, the whole name of Chungking Express, the assassin lady was in the Chungking Mansion, which is a hotel, so since both stories cross over, it's Chungking Express. Very complex name.
Yes.
I didn't actually know until this watch.
Well, because I pointed it out the first time. So.
Yeah, I didn't realize the hotel was called... I thought the restaurant was just called Chungking Express. But Cop 663 also is having relationship troubles because... he goes to the restaurant to get his girlfriend a chef salad. And then the owner's like, hey, you should get her not a chef salad. Get her fish and chips. You know, give her some options.
And he's like, well, if she doesn't like it, buy both.
Well, good business.
He is a very good businessman. There's a funny line later that we'll get to.
I'm a businessman.
But he does that, and she enjoys having options. And then she finds more options with her relationship.
Yeah. The other thing is the poor dude like waits around for a week. He's like, oh, maybe she'll come crawling back to you or whatever. Maybe she'll find that you're the best option. And nah, it doesn't.
One cut and nope.
Yep, nope. It's like, well, it's been a week. And he's like, and then he tries to cheer him up just like, hey, you know, there's plenty of options for her. Hey, you got options too.
But we clearly see that this man is not one who likes change.
Yeah, he's very much a routine man, likes to stick to a schedule.
But there's also a new girl working at the place. Her name is Faye.
She's great. I love her. She's probably my favorite character in the movie.
Oh, that's why I like the second part more.
Yeah.
Faye is just bouncy and really likes the song California Dreamin'.
Like, really likes the song California Dream.
It's that and Dreams by the...
Cranberries.
Which she actually does a cover of. Because she's the actress playing Faye is also a pop star.
Yeah, so that's rad as fuck.
That's neat. Fun fact. Did you know? But, the cops at... I'm just going to call him 663. 663's ex goes to the restaurant knowing that he goes there constantly to eat, to deliver basically the apartment keys and note saying, hey, sorry, no hard feelings, but yeah, here's your keys back. And he wasn't there. So she gives it to Faye and the owner of the Express. And everyone reads the fucking note because they're nosy bitches.
Literally everyone. Like, they open it with a Steam thing. They're like, hey, sure, you give it to her or whatever. But then they, like, just pass it around. Like, you see him reading it. The chef's reading it. Like, just everybody's fucking reading it. I'm like, what a bunch of assholes.
Faye tries to give it to 663, but he's like, oh, I'll get it next time. And then gets sick and changes where he patrols. So he never had... Saying he was injured by attack because that's what... holds up the letter. It's very clever, and the movie doesn't harshly point it out, so you get it.
Yeah, like there isn't like an American movie where we like a dramatic zoom in, show the tack or whatever. Like,
except it does.
Yeah, not horribly though. Like,
it still doesn't blatantly. It's like hurt by attack, and then it shows.
Yeah,
the
it shows
in
it,
there.
but like, yeah, it's not like, you know, cringe, I guess. It's shot in a tasteful way.
It's still shot tastefully, but I still find it funny. It's
it is funny.
Audience, you get it? Audience.
Hey, audience. Huh? Good fun, right?
But due to having access to the key, Faye decides to change out his apartment. Like, basically fix everything up as he's trying to recover from his ex.
I'm a very observant man. He notices none of this.
He notices nothing.
She changes the fucking stuffed animal from a bear to what was it?
Garfield.
To Garfield. And he doesn't know. He's like, wow, you look nicer today.
Oh, you have these... You're so dirty now, though. You have these black stripes.
How did you... Fucking, you know what? I'm just going to drop that subject. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Yeah.
Eventually, he does actually catch her in the act, and basically asks, "Hey, you want to go on a date?" She says, "Sure. We'll meet at the restaurant California." She took this a bit too literally.
I actually also, just tracking back just slightly, I find that scene really funny where he finds out, because she's holding a bag of fish she bought. She's like, "I'm here to buy fish." You're buying fish? Wait, are you selling them? What do you mean? Like, what?
No, that's the first time where he almost gets it, when she's in the apartment, though.
Oh, right. What are you doing here? I live here.
That she runs.
Yeah.
But she flew off to California, and he is just kind of left there.
Yep.
But then we jump to a year later. She flies back, and he actually has bought the Express.
Yep.
As the businessman moved to a karaoke bar.
Hell of a salesman, right? First he sold me fish and chips, and then he sold me the whole place.
I love that line. And the two kind of tease each other that he teases at Faye that he'll follow her anywhere type deal, and the movie ends. It was originally supposed to be actually more conclusive of them flying off together, but Wong Kar-Wai couldn't decide where he wanted to shoot in the airport.
That's it. That's the only reason.
That's one of the reasons, at least.
Okay, just he couldn't decide where to shoot it.
Yeah, he just couldn't decide where in the airport would be nicest.
Huh.
Just check the bear.
There is, I think it's an Oscar Wilde quote where it's like, "There's a reason the term has never been coined as pretty as an airport." Something like that.
But yeah,
that is Chungking Express. I think the first thing we should definitely point out is the director's very frenetic style of cinematography.
I love his style. So actually, there were two cinematographers on this movie.
Really?
Yeah, a different one for each half.
I didn't know that.
I did. Because I read it.
Yeah.
Before this episode.
Yeah, he watched it twice, both for college, right?
Yep.
Which classes were it for?
I forget, honestly.
But yeah.
I think one was a script writing class, and the other was just like intro to film type deal. Anyway, how to fuck... Yes, the style, though. Just, it's really weird. A lot of the action, quote-unquote action scenes are shot in this frame... I don't know what you'd call it.
It's a really low frame rate, basically. Yeah. You take the frame rate and you crank it way down to like 18 frames a second, and it creates almost this blurry motion. Because I actually did that while fucking around with one of our cameras in college. I just lowered the frame rate way down. It was just... But it's really weird. It's almost like this blurry motion, but you can still see what's going on. It's not like frames are cut out. It's just that like the exposure's longer. So
yeah, they hold on each shot enough for you not to get lost in the chaos.
Yeah, like there is he does that on purpose, I'm sure, just to make it fast and disorienting. Mm-hmm. But he does it well enough. There is reason behind it. It's not just shaky for the sake of being shaky. He actually very clearly looked at the cinematography and said, "Okay, we're going to move it like this to get this effect." And it's really cool, honestly. Like he said, all the action scenes in Fallen Angels look like that too. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. Like, and at first I was like, "This is weird. I don't know if I'm gonna like it," but I was like, you know what, it's fine.
Yeah, like it catches you off guard first because you're like, is the movie fucking broken?
Yeah, because it does that right at the intro too.
Mm-hmm. But right after that, it's like, I don't hate this for some reason.
Yeah, I was kind of sitting there like, I feel like I should not like this, but it's fine.
It works really well. It also feels really brutal.
It does. Yeah, it just makes it, just kind of adds to it, really, doesn't it? So
yeah,
unlike Michael Bay, where you just go shake the camera around a bunch, but yeah.
A random tirade. I tried to watch Underground 6, and the camera was so shaky, I gave up 10 minutes in. I was like, I can't fucking handle this. I'm having a headache.
Damn.
And I watched action movies in the 2000s.
Yeah, same. I was saying, I watched all the Bourne movies.
Jeez.
But, yeah, no, it's just this really cool style, and even when it's not like that really action shaky cam that he does, all the camera is still really fast, really fluid. Like there's still a lot. I just noticed there's a lot of motion to it.
It's such an odd mix of handheld and steady.
It is, because like he has the traditional, still shots of like these really pretty scenes and stuff. And there's just really cool effects he does, like the one where he's sitting there and everything around him is getting blurry too. And same with her, like through the fountain when she's just kind of sitting there and everything is moving fast behind her.
Yeah, or when she's waiting for the cop to finish his coffee.
Yeah, it's so cool, his style. So yeah, because when it's Steadicam, you can tell that it's hand-held or whatever. But
oh, I should also address that we are for Chungking Express. We watched the World of Wong Kar-Wai version. The color has been edited and music was added to one scene, which was in the theatrical version, but not in the DVD, but is now re-added.
I'm assuming it was rights issues. They had to remove it for the first release, probably.
People couldn't even find that,
really?
if it was or wasn't.
But we just know it was in the theatrical cut.
Yeah, it was in the original theater release, but not on DVD.
Huh. Okay. Go figure. But yeah, and for that box set, it is nice that all of his films are available for an affordable price now, because how much is the Criterion Blu-ray of this? Like $200 some now?
Oh, by itself, the DVD was like $180 used.
Yeah, I think it actually went up to like 200 or something. Like, but yeah, we can have them affordable, but the toss-up is like all of the color timing in every movie in the set has been changed in some way.
Yeah,
some slightly more than others.
We are not watching this version of Fallen Angels. Yeah. I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
Yeah, because that was changed a bit too much. They literally like changed like the darkness and brightness or whatever, like changed the tint as well. But then they've also made some scenes black and white.
And changed aspect ratios.
Yes, and changed aspect ratios for some fucking reason. So we are watching the original version of that. But yeah, just a word of warning if you purchase that set.
Yeah, that and there's one other one that was edited to hell, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But In the Mood for Love apparently is fine. It's just tinted more green.
Which is fine. Yeah, this one was apparently tinted, more blue or something?
Yeah, a bit more blue. Or even you saw when I showed you the comparison, it's very much more realistic lighting.
Yeah, more like he changed the contrast to make it look more realistic. And another interesting thing, just another side note about cinematography, you noticed, having watched the original version, how good this restoration looks.
Oh, yeah. Which I don't... There is some charm to the older version, like being so fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just gives it more that indie feel.
Yeah, but this was very clearly taken from like the original negative. This restoration and like,
oh, it's so pretty.
It's beautiful to look at, really.
Actually, this movie was made because his other film. Hold on. And the sky is gray. And the sky is gray. He was working on Ashes of Time. But that had to be shut down due to certain conditions. And it stopped.
It does that sometimes.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, it scared me at first too, so.
But he had a contract with the studio to make 2 movies. So as he was weighing, he was writing this script day by day.
This one?
Yes.
Really?
For Chungking Express. So this was literally kind of done on the spot.
That's impressive how well it turned out then, honestly.
Yeah, it has really good flow.
It does. It does. Good pacing and all that, too.
Which could also explain some of the repetition with the dialogue.
And how many days was it shot?
27, I think
27, yeah, that's...
Oh, sorry, 23.
A little less than a month. Like, that's impressive.
That's super impressive for... You may not know movies, but yeah, that's an impressive shoot schedule.
Yeah, especially considering it was all written on the fly. Like, Jesus.
And, like, a lot of outside shots, too.
Yeah. God, why are you so good at your job, Wong Kar-Wai?
Oh, I'm so excited to watch more of his... I've only seen 2 of his movies. I've seen this and Fallen Angels. Yep. So the other 2 on the list, I'm very excited to see.
Yes, In the Mood for Love, and what was the other one?
I think it is Ashes of Time is the other one.
And In the Mood for Love is there because everyone says that's his masterpiece.
Yeah, that's his best film. But yeah, most of the shots... Like... You even had a stoner moment with the freaking...
The jukebox with the CDs twirling and the light.
And the lighting, where you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, literally. I didn't even realize I said it so stoner-like, but you're like, man, that was like a really...
It was a really stoner thing. I love the shot of 223 and the drug smuggler, because they're in orange lighting, and there's kind of currents behind them. And through the curtains is green to give it this great contrast.
So pretty, that scene. Oh, so because it's predominantly red, but you can see that tint of green in it. It's so cool.
I would say orange, but yeah.
Or orange, yeah, but...
Yeah, so technical-wise, beautiful film.
Fuck yeah, very well put together. This was, what, 94 this came out?
94.
So again, keep in mind, too, he had to work with actual film. Like, and edit with actual film.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so glad that digital editing is now to the point where you can actually make high quality movies. Because,
I am too.
Because I've seen editing decks and I've actually like just briefly played around with them. Like that would have been a pain in the fucking ass. Like
I could not deal with film.
I couldn't either. And if you guys don't know the caveats of that, just look up how difficult it is. It's not fun. I could explain it, but we'd be here all night, so I'm not going to. But yeah, that's fantastic. Let's talk about the music real quick, because that
all the leaves.
They literally used California Dreamin' 8 times. We looked it up. Like,
yeah, but well, it's supposed to be fucking symbolic, man. Because Faye's a free spirit, and she wants to escape her boring life of.
She wants to go to California, and she dreams about it. So California Dreamin'.
And the
Cranberries.
The Cranberries song is about having a lost love, which.
Yep. We got placed like 3 times in that second. And that's all in the second half, too.
Yeah, that's all
mind
in the
second you. And how long's the movie? Like 2 hours?
It's like 2-ish hours.
Yeah. So in 1 hour, they play that song 8 times and the other song 3 fucking times.
I just had. Actually, it's only 103 minutes.
Okay, well, there you go.
So like 143.
But yeah, so that's good. And I mean, the audio design is really good for the most part. So besides this, the obvious one we can make fun of, everything's really well done. Like there's not much to say on it really. And the other choice of music too is just good. Like just adds to the atmosphere really. Like I love the choice of music in the bar and everything.
Mm-hmm. There's a song that plays a lot in the first part, but I don't know what it was.
I don't know the name of it. That was that more jazzy horn song. I forget the name of it. I know the song. I just forget it.
It was nice though.
No, that wasn't an oxymoron. Shut up, Brain. I know it.
You're
I
an
just
oxymoron.
So mean.
Also, the characters, even though like over the top, what's the word for it? We said it multiple times during the movie. Hopeless romantics.
Hopeless romantic, yeah.
That's kind of the tone of the movie. It works.
It does. It's great. Like I just found a lot of the dialogue because of that funny, like him being edgy in the first part, but then just him talking to his stuffed animals in the second part was hilarious. Like he was like, I feel like the apartment, has been crying a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just projecting so hard.
Yes.
Why are you so sad, Mr. Towel? Unlike me, you should cheer up.
Yeah, it's like it has a purpose because it shows how desperate he is, but it's at the same time I just found it really funny.
It is kind of a more interesting way than just having an inner monologue.
It is, yeah, to like just kind of show them doing these things, but you know what they're doing because it's relatable. Like I'm sure everyone's done that at some point.
I need to date someone in order to do that. If anyone would like to be my bad relationship, my phone number is 846.
You don't need a bad ex, trust me. It's not fucking worth it.
But everyone needs a bad ex story.
They don't, though. Happened to me twice without going into detail. It's not worth it.
And this guy. Did you just hit yourself?
Maybe I did. You know what? Maybe I hit my head on the printer, but you can shut up. You know what? Just be quiet, okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. We're never going to get through this anyway.
I'm only at the 30-minute mark. It's fine.
Are we at 30 minutes? Oh, we did. We're at 32 something, so.
Yeah, but think of stuff that was cut out. Probably 30-minute mark.
Probably. So, hey, we're good.
Unless I'm editing. Yeah. I usually cut out when we say the time.
That's fair. I leave it in just for comedy's sake. But. Yeah, and honestly, again, the characters are really well. All the actors do a fantastic job with them, honestly. Like, they're very distinct. I love the detective's design. I don't know why. It was just the clothes were so stereotypical. It was always like a tie or something. And depending on his mood, it was either pulled down or when he was working, it was like up. But
yeah, it was fun casual wear.
Yeah.
And even with like the somewhat over the top performance or dialogue, they still feel like people, especially the restaurant owner.
He's great.
He feels like a man's man.
He does. Yeah. He just seems like he's friendly, gives good advice. Like, I don't know, there's something about him.
I'd buy a pizza or two from him.
I know, right? And I'd probably buy more just because he's such a good salesman. He's like, hey, you want fish and chips with that pizza? No, not really. Yeah, you do.
Have you ever had Asian fish and chips? Oh, that's a very good point.
Exactly. In fact, the whole place is for sale.
Fuck. I guess I'm living in Hong Kong now.
And we even pointed out, it's like, how much does his salary have to be able to order to afford an entire fucking restaurant?
Yeah, how good was he paid as a cop?
My God.
He caught one guy.
Yeah! That's apparently enough, yeah. It's like, what, does he get $1,000 for each hour he's in jail? Like, Jesus Christ.
Trying to think main movie-wise. Because, yeah, technical-wise, it looks fantastic. Oh, yeah. It has such its own stuff. It's also just this really good feel of warmth.
It is, yeah. Like, especially that one shot I said, like, the cinematography where she's in the market outside. Just have this warm, summery feel to it.
Yeah, it's a very warm movie.
Yeah.
Which is a polar opposite to Fallen Angels when we get to it.
Yeah, you said that felt very fall, very cold.
A very cold night.
Yeah.
Which is what I liked about it. And if you thought this had edgy dialogue.
Oh, even better. Okay. You said that's more of a thriller, right?
Kinda, sorta. Okay. It's not a romantic movie.
Yeah.
But sort of. It's weird. Also, the weirdness of this movie having a timeline, because you see characters from both stories cross over.
Yeah, it's kind of the fun of it. You'll just see them, like, come by, so.
It's fun for a rewatch, too. Like, you see the assassin lady waiting outside of a store, and then you see Faye coming out with the Garfield plushie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still in the first part, so you're like, okay, that's weird. Someone bought a Garfield plushie, and then you think later, oh!
Yeah, it was her. Okay.
I don't know if you can see the assassin lady in the second part, actually.
Probably if you're looking really hard. If it's not obvious.
Yeah, I never looked. Maybe she was in the bar when Cop 663 is there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like just everything else about it is just so well done. It's like, I think that is, though, the most distinct thing about it is the style.
Yeah.
Because other than that, it's just, it's an anthology romance movie. Like,
originally it was supposed to be 3 stories, but they cut out the third one for time.
Really? I didn't know that.
And Wong Kar-Wai felt it just already flowed well enough.
That's fair. Do you know what the third one would have been about or not?
No.
Okay. I honestly, I couldn't see that. It was already like almost 2 hours, so.
Also, I think it would have felt a bit long. Like, I love this movie, but it would have felt long.
It would have overstayed its welcome for sure.
Anyway, you want to know how this weirdly relates to the politics of Hong Kong in the 1990s?
Please tell me that. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I read a paper on this and wrote about it too. In the 1990s, Great Britain still owned Hong Kong. In 97, that was going to expire, and then China was going to get it. Hence why there is so much focus on expiration dates in the first half. And how something will be fleeting or lost.
Interesting.
Or another thing, I forget.
So they were just basically counting down from 94 to 97. They were like...
Yeah, and that's 4, 7... Anyway. 4 is at least April. 7, I don't know how to reach that to May.
Yeah.
But, or in the second half, the cop is in his apartment, things are changing, but he doesn't realize it. However, when it floods and things become bad, the old stuff floats back out. So no matter what, even as things change, the old parts of Hong Kong will come back.
So that was kind of more symbolism for that. I didn't even pick up on that. That's interesting.
Yeah, you kind of have to know about the politics of the time with Hong Kong.
Okay, so I would say that's a very subtle way to do that, even knowing the politics. That's a very subtle thing to do.
And I just find, and this is especially in Wong Kar-Wai's work because of his film 2046, I think it's called. Because a different deal happened. I can't go into the politics of it because I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But China doesn't technically own Hong Kong at the moment. And that that separation will end in 2046, which is why he made that movie.
Okay.
This is always something about this is something that's constantly in his work.
Is about Hong Kong and...
Yeah, because he grew up there. He's very attached to the culture of it.
I'm sure. I was going to say, how old is he now that like he was making movies in the 90s? Like...
Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show.
He is 63. He was born in 1958.
Interesting. Okay. So, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just a little bit of the symbolism there. And also why you could take that as the cop trying to actively ignore the changes rather than being blind to them.
So he was 36 at the time he made this movie.
I don't feel like doing the math in my head. I'm going to assume you're right for once.
I did it on the calculator.
Oh, okay. I was hoping.
Thank you so much.
That you could do it in your head, but you're fucking neat. Just getting mean about it.
But that's interesting. So yeah, so in all his movies, that's basically a theme.
I don't know if it's in all his films, but this one and 2046 are
interesting. The more you know. There you go.
But if I had to talk negatives, I think the first part is definitely weaker than the second half.
I'd agree with that, definitely. So, it's not even just that, I love Faye, because I do, but...
She's just fun.
She's fun. It just, I think just... I don't know. Because the cop character is interesting, but I feel like almost the drug lady's not explored enough, really. She's just kind of there.
I think she outweighs him in interestingness. Like, she seems so cool, and he's just kind of being way too much of a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, I just feel like I think it focuses too much on him, honestly.
Yeah.
And he's interesting, but yeah, I felt I want to know more about her, more about her life and stuff. So
he also talks shit to his dog,
he does. Who does that? Honestly,
he's your friend.
Yeah, he was a good boy. He was there panting. So.
Oh, he looked so happy.
He did. He was like, his tongue was all hanging out. It was adorable.
Good dog.
He tried to feed him pineapple. He's like, "Would you want some pineapple?" And he was just vibing. He didn't care. He didn't want that pineapple.
So wait, if it was symbolic of Hong Kong, what was with the pineapples? I don't fucking know,
man. That is a theme. It's always specifically pineapples. We got the expiration date and it's stuff like that, but...
It was May's favorite food. Okay.
All right.
Makes sense, I guess. The first half isn't bad by any means, but it's not nearly as good as the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I like Fallen Angels a bit more, because the entire movie's good.
There you go. Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. It was great. So I don't know if I loved it, but I just really solid movie. I really enjoyed it. So
it kind of has, I'll say now, it kind of has an Evangelion effect where it's, even at its worst, it's good.
Yeah.
But a lot of the images or themes, or at least the song California Dreamin', sticks with you for the rest of your life.
Yep. For sure. Definitely recommend it giving a watch. And you said you recommend watching this before Fallen Angels?
Yes.
Because of stuff that comes back in Fallen Angels?
Yeah. Plus, this one came out first.
So. Yeah. Makes sense.
And both have very similar feels to the camera work and whatnot.
So, yeah. Good movie. Definitely recommended. So, anything else you need to say, or are we good to do the thing?
I just like to say that we said we have a lot to talk about, and again, it's a 40-minute episode. Just... The curse continues.
Good job, Weeby Gamers. You called it.
You called it. Other people could call it too if they'd like to comment on the YouTube version or yell at us on Twitter.
Also, thank you to all our YouTube followers and all that. So,
yeah,
all
your
our Twitter followers, you're awesome. Yeah, especially all the people who commented on Lupin. Those always got the most comments.
Yeah.
So, because the fan base is there, it's just not widespread. I feel.
As we're recording this, would you like to upload the next Lupin episode on YouTube? Or
I could. It's done. I finished editing it in Premiere. I just didn't export it yet.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I still have to upload pretty much all of Fringe too.
Mm-hmm. And 3.
Yeah, and I actually on my desktop I have a list of all the missing episodes, so I'll pull that up afterwards. But since we are done talking about Chungking Express, it is time for the thing that our show is about.
Movies? We did that.
It's called Cinema Roulette.
I'm out of money. I can't gamble tonight.
Damn it! But we own the casino.
Yeah, and no one's been buying.
Damn it.
Anyway, we have a wheel.
We do!
It's the director wheel. We're still on it because this was the first director's wheel. We're going to watch 3 more movies off here and then go back to the sellout wheel full of a bunch of series you already know and love and you can share with your friends to watch the show.
Hooray!
But the director's wheel is full of a bit more interesting stuff. Oh, it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Big series get kind of stale, but single one-off movies are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
because ours has to fucking end them. Anyway.
Isn't that right, Marvel? Anyway.
Some point will end. Do we have to dig at Marvel? Yeah, we did.
Yes, we do. We do all the time, in fact. So.
Anyways, time to spin.
Who we get?
Hey, Cameron, how many Kurosawa movies did you fucking put on this? This is a Hidden Fortress.
Okay, so it's Hidden Fortress. That's fine.
Yeah, it's Hidden Fortress.
So I'm cheating, by the way, because I originally put 8 movies, and I still enjoy the other movies that we did, but I feel like, Seven Samurai is 3.5 hours. Ran is 3 hours, I think. Mm-hmm. So we're not doing those. I'm taking those off, so...
Stray Dogs is still on there.
I know Stray Dogs is still there.
Or Straw Dogs.
I'll debate that one, because I have not seen it. So I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Like, you've been mad all the...
Yeah, I feel weird being like that with Kurosawa, but I feel like he's fantastic, but story-wise, I feel very meh on everything.
And that's fine, because it's one of those things where it kind of has been done since then. Yeah. But he was the one that kind of pioneered that. It's kind of that classic movie syndrome, I feel.
Where you can see what's respectable about it, but as time has gone on, people have done it better. Sorry, the cinephiles who are now foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, I love Kurosawa. I'm a huge Kurosawa fan. I own all the ones we have on Blu-ray on here, the ones that are available at least, but yeah, again, I still enjoy them. I still watch them every once in a while just because it's just a solid vibe I really enjoy, but it's one of those things where I have now, upon rewatching them, noticed a couple of issues with them.
Yeah, so. And they're just kind of hard to talk about.
They are, just because they are good. Like, that's the problem with talking about good movies. It's just, you don't have much to say besides, it's good.
Yeah, and we don't mean, like, all just good, bad. We're talking, like, where it's not average, it's not great, it's just fine.
It's a solid movie. And there's
works.
Nothing wrong with that. That'll be a whole nother tangent we will go on one episode. But, yeah.
I think that is on the topic wheel.
It is on the topic wheel. I know that. So,
and we'll replace Ran and Seven Samurai with something else from one of the art directors. We'll figure that out.
Yep. So that will mean we've only done one extra Kurosawa movie.
Yep.
There you go.
Still mad.
That's fine. So are we good?
Is the Hidden Fortress... Oh, wait. Is the Hidden Fortress in black and white? All the leaves are gray.